Before this video starts, I would like to say that something went wrong with my audio, so if something sounds wrong or weird while I'm recording, that's basically why. What's up guys, Lego Mermaid here, and welcome to my playthrough on the Beginner's Guide. And before I start this game, I'd like to say I recorded an hour of this game already, yet it didn't record my audio. So now I have to restart it. Like, look, I already recorded some stuff, you know, if you didn't want to. That was a spoiler, by the way, but, you know, who cares? That's going to be the things that you're going to see in this video. So, you know what? Let's just start this game, because I already know what's going to happen, but you guys don't, so I'm going to try to act surprised for the views and all that other stuff. Is this going to start at the beginning? Yeah, it is. Hopefully it is. If not, you're going to see, like, the ending of the game. Pretty sure. Those are controls.
Hi there.
Hi.
Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
I already heard this.
My name is
intro.
Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable.
Awesome.
And while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Yeah, I was pretty much done with
We're
the
going
game.
to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made.
This is
It's a level
Counter-Strike.
for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Crouch.
And mostly it's just
Actually, didn't know
Coda
I could
learning the
crouch.
basics of building
yeah.
a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he
jump.
starts from the simple
Jump,
aesthetic of a
crouch.
desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person.
Oh, there's
And it kind of makes you wonder,
box up there.
what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean,
Parkour.
not that they're all
Okay,
fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what
360.
we're going to do
Okay.
here. So, it's 2008.
2008,
Coda starts
guys.
making these
Remember
games,
that.
and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful
Parkour.
and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveyWreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Yeah, let's record another hour and 30 minutes. Let's go. It's the white room. Obviously. Here's the gun. Oh yeah. Double
This
pathway
game is
for the
called
win.
Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Whoa, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Life of a YouTuber.
Hostile alien life form inbound.
I couldn't go through there.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately, we don't really know.
Waste all the
Maybe
bullets.
Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I
Hear
think
that,
that we
guys?
should talk about his games for what they are,
Yeah, it's not
rather than
working.
for what they're not.
Hopefully I'm recording my audio. Let's just check it. Yep, okay, it's still recording.
Begin ship evacuation.
No, I'm just double checking, you know. Can I go through? Ah, I keep forgetting it's this door.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Awesome. Oh, it's this door. This is the maze.
Apparently, this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able
went
to
the wrong
discern,
way.
so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you.
No, I'm almost there. Okay, you see, guys? I was literally
Or
right
if you'd really
there.
like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
Okay, awesome. There we go. Let's go.
Okay,
Oh, there
this
it
is the
goes.
part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there?
Hi.
In the engine room.
Where are
You
you?
could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature.
Nope,
You-
nobody's here.
Your body could stop the beam.
Nobody's here.
It's so much to ask, but for all of our
Nobody's
lives,
here.
would you do it?
No, nobody's
Would
here.
you give
Sorry.
yourself-
Nope. Sorry, nobody's here. Oh, I can't go through that door. Leroy Jenkins. Okay, never mind.
Let me pause here for a second. What you
Okay.
just experienced, stepping
Is
into
death.
the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level.
Okay.
But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Okay. Bye. No, I'm kidding. Whee. Bye. See? Could have solved it. It's a pretty easy puzzle.
The beam causes you to start floating.
No
And
doubt.
this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
2008. Still 2008. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. The past was behind her.
Yep, in this game you
Okay.
can only walk backwards.
Just testing it out. Okay. Just making sure, looking for all you viewers out there.
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative.
Future. Okay.
It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more
Let's see.
focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
You guys can read this, by the way. I'm not really gonna read some of the dialogue. I might. But
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
welcome to Slender. You are now entering. Now we just need to get the maps, and then we'll be done with the this game. I was about to say map right there.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay. December 2008. Let's get some presents.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him.
Any Easter
And I don't
eggs
agree
back
with
here?
that at
No?
all, but what are you gonna do?
Can you jump off? No? Okay.
I know it's tempting, but there's actually nothing over here. Sorry.
What about over here? Aha! Oh, okay. No, okay, never mind. Up the stairs.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
There we go. No, let's jump off. No, I'm kidding. Talk to people, pursue your dreams. I think, is that what it said? Yeah, in hopes of their dreams. A stranger appears. Thought a challenger was approaching.
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little
Sharks
ideas
are
for
trying
games.
to eat you, and you're trying to eat the sharks. Awesome. Game filled with chairs except one
Coda
chair
would often
is
tell me
floating.
that he didn't mind
Whoa.
if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was
When you
actually a
collect
vibrant
items,
and
the
compassionate
game
person,
automatically
but that it
quits
takes
when you
time to
collect
really
them
see
all.
that.
Aha!
It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Key in one game unlocks a door in a completely separate game. A normal game where you have to scream into a mic every 15 oh, okay, never mind. That'll just be weird, like screaming into the mic 15 seconds. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't wanna, like, mess up my recording stuff with my microphone. So, this is a Stanley Parable, guys. Where's the adventure line? Intentional voice
Well,
crack.
this is new for Coda. It's
That's
an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Showing you guys that there's no lever, same thing. Okay, never mind. Oh, right here. I knew
Don't
that,
forget
guys.
that solution,
I knew it.
because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Bowling
gonna see
ball
it a
and
lot.
wall. Okay. 360. Oh yeah, I'm so MLG.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press
Hacker.
enter, it'll remove all of the walls
I guess
from
that's
this room.
modding, I guess. Ooh. It's cool. There's a green room up there.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player.
X-ray hacks.
So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
This is X-ray hacking 101. Just press enter, guys. That'll totally work in Minecraft. Welcome back to Slender. You are now exiting.
Aha. So, this,
Aha.
combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
2009. Did it go up a year? I don't know. Sorry if my recording cuts out. It's like this game. stops responding, and then starts responding. Oh. This was the same image when I was trying to buy the game. Showed this.
Let's talk about video game development for a second.
Awesome.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines
Obviously.
what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Parkour? There we go. Parkour. Oh yeah.
To
We
make
did
all
it, guys.
of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making.
Parkour
You might
time.
consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to
Oh,
notice
yeah.
how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at
Jump.
producing linear, boxy corridors.
I'm actually gonna try to do the parkour. Last time when I recorded this and it failed, as I said in the intro, like I fell straight to the bottom. I'm actually gonna try to record it for the minutes, seconds, times, hours. You know what? Oh yeah! No. Okay. Ugh, okay. Just fell on my knees, you know, I just broke my legs. I just used my long fall boots from Portal, obviously. Obviously, like, come on, guys. Oh, there's the gate. The Gate of Wonders. That music, though. Okay, you know. Just, like, swing open. Okay, lag spikes. Get off. Oh. Anywhere else.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Now I'll wait an hour. Okay, never mind. Let's leave.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
I'd play that game. Next thing you know, they're gonna sell that on the Steam games. Okay. The door.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the
Speedrunning
last time.
tactics. Or not. I guess you can't speedrun.
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to
There's
it
the
over
world
and over.
again.
But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Making my way downtown, walking slow, because in this game you're really slow. I meant to sing horribly. Hey you, where did you come from?
Here, Coda begins
there.
using
I
a
don't know,
kind of
same thing.
dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2,
Floating
3
colored
buttons on your
blocks.
keyboard to respond.
That's the world above. Do you have to pass doors? Yes. This is really the last thing I did. Again, perfect. That's the solution. Trust me, you don't want to go there. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It is the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. Whoa. Okay. I just clicked it, and I thought that's worked. Okay, never mind. I'll open it up. What's up? Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle? Prizzle. I was about to say prizzle and like, kinda, is that like a puzzle and a pretzel? I don't know. No, there's nothing. I've been here the entire time. It's just you come see the puzzle, okay. Why would I sit in the black space? I don't know. Plentiful. Peaceful, plenty, peaceful. Oh, yeah, have yourself an oven where you cook the dead bodies. I mean, what? Walking downstairs now. Oh yeah.
And so we
Stairs
make one
of
last
life.
descent down to the final floor of the level.
Final. It's the final countdown. No references. Jump, 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 jump. To the house. Never mind.
It's a lamppost.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Fading to black. This isn't me editing, guys. This is part of the game. Just fades to black. 2009. Still 2009, guys. And or girls. I don't know. Girls, guys. It's thing 1, thing 2. The game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you have seen have been left by other players. Actually, I want to see. Can I leave a note? Nope, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Okay. Nice room. Not. Trolls. Internet trolls.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me.
I'm the king of the world.
Eventually. Oh,
You guys
feel free
can
to
read all
skip
these
over any of
comments,
these
by
notes
the
if they're
way.
not doing anything for you.
Yeah.
Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Okay.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played. But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect.
That's a me. Oh, okay, never mind.
And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
Okay, guys, there's whispering right here. Okay, yep, whispering all around. Walking down a hallway. So good at
the end of this
commentary.
level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
Okay.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one. In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
He scared me, jeez.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces,
Scared me.
before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Are you there? Please say something. Can be anything. I just need to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak. What was that? Like a pterodactyl? I don't know.